Hey gang, how y'all doing? It's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Post Seaweed, Chewy, Lunatic Fringe. I've got a beverage here. Diet Dr. Pepper. Hope you had a good week. I was busy. I was just with Maggie outside. I'm too much of a spaz to have more than one pair of glasses going on. So I got the things like the 90-year-olds do. And I love them, by the way, the transitions. They're great. Logan, Ambus Aquatics. Hey, I'm going to be going to Hot Springs, Logan. I don't have the exact date yet, but I'll let you know. I'm heading over to Hot Springs because, and meet up, if you can meet up, John Oliver and I, anybody else, that would be great too. I'm a minor shareholder. When I mean minor, I own one of 10,000 shares in a horse that's actually right now the third most favorite to win the Kentucky Derby. Will he go to the Kentucky Derby? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Is it cool to have 1/10,000th of a horse that could get there? Yeah, no, it'd be great. It would be great to see you. If you've never met John, you'd like to meet John. He's really a good guy. And so, yeah. Yeah, so the name of the horse, and you can Google him, is Chasing Time. Is it Chasing Time? Hold on a second. My mind just went blank. What's going on? I think it is Chasing Time. Hold on, just in case Chasing Time is the name of the horse. It's a colt. He's 3, and he is ready to go. Ready to go. Doug Gray, the man who built a life-size replica of the Sphinx in his backyard. Peter Thiel, there you go. Rico Stan. I love the transitions too. Don't need to worry about a second pair of glasses. I wish they'd work in the car too, but the windshield blocks those rays. Yeah. Levi's Aquatics, how y'all doing? Yeah, my deal is with them is that I'm too much of a spaz, just being fair. It's someone, one of my friends was busting my chops, which, by the way, have at it. I can handle it. Joking about that I have the transitions, and I'm going, I'm too much of a spaz. I would drop, I would step on them, I would do something stupid. So there you go. How was your week? It's was yesterday morning, got down to like 6 degrees here in Joplin, Mo. Right now outside, it's a comfy 38. And tomorrow will be 50. Is Professor Chewy still dating Avril Lavigne? You know what, Doug Gray? She seems to marry him and then she leaves him, that Avril Lavigne gal. She goes through husbands, and she cannot do any worse than the guy from Nickelback. That didn't last that long, thank God. Yeah, it was cold. Now it's a beautiful day. Yep, Levi's not far from me. Hey, Melvin, what's up, my friend? How are you? Yeah, poor Chewy losing out on Avril Lavigne. She could do much worse than she's done before, like the guy from Nickelback. And I don't care who you are. And by the way, I don't have a great deal of hate for Nickelback music. It's fine. Do I have any Nickelback on my playlist? No, but there you go. Melvin, the unofficial mayor of Pittsburgh, and probably could be doing a better job than the current mayor of Pittsburgh. And I don't even know who that is, and I don't even know what the job, what's going on there, but I have a feeling the person sucks. Our mayoral leadership in this country is really problematic, everybody. Real problematic. So yeah, stuff going on in the fish room. I've got to load up my things to do more water changes. I got called into work this morning. I have a gal that comes in on the weekends, and she's done it for like years. She's well before I came on board. She's been doing this for she's been coming in the weekends at my office for 20 years doing stuff. She does a lot of odd jobs and all that sort of stuff. One of them is pretty important for me. So she texted me this morning, and I looked at it at 5 a. My text her at 5 a.m. and she was sick, so I had to go in for a few hours. By the way, my eye, that's almost 2 weeks ago from Maggie. It's almost completely healed. So there you go. Allie Sean. Life is good. By the way, speaking of sad news, generally we're not into gossip, quote unquote, the gossip page, page 6 from the New York Post. But it's football related, having to do with the Jets. Apparently, our boy Zach Wilson and his girlfriend broke up. I want an introduction. Heck, I'd take an introduction to Zach Wilson's mother. She's single, and I think she's married. So there you go. Jets, Jets. You're doing well. It's the end of an era. 2 new channels coming soon. It's sad news, but good news. All right, well, I'm standing by, Melvin. Let us know when you're ready. Yes, in fact, I brought him some of my guppy calls at Levi's Aquatics. Yeah, I've been over there. Really good guy. And my mind has gone blank on his name. Is it like Daryl or Doug? What's his first name? Nice guy. In fact, I have some calls I need to bring him. So yeah, all's good in the hood. It's so I'm all ready for shipping season whenever that arrives. So there you go. Ooh, Maggie's I made a mistake. I bought the compressed rawhide bones, and I had them shipped to my mailbox. I have a mailbox at the UPS store, and I have to go out there and pick these up because she's out of them. And I'll make her like the happiest puppy in the entire world. Happiest puppy in the world. Anybody watching the football games today? It's who do you like? I kind of like upsets in both of them. I kind of like, when everything is equal, like the Titans and the Bengals, they both have, really good teams. They can do a lot of different things, great defenses, but is it Ryan Tannehill or Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow, holy capoli. He can will a win. So I look forward to that. And then I kind of like the Niners. The Niners, for whatever reason, have had the Packers number. And it's going to be as cold as, my goodness, it's going to be like Antarctica cold. Generally, you think that favors the home team, and not so much, I don't think. Have you ever heard of the 1964 Ford Aurora? That was before my time. Let me look it up. And I have not. All right, looking it up. Popped up right away. Get some images. Oh, yeah, it's a fancy station wagon. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty fancy looking. Do you have one of those? Forgot to look. Did anyone win the lottery yesterday? If I won it, yeah, I'll go from there. You like? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ali Sean has a signed pic of Jimmy G in his fish room. Jimmy G is going to be playing for a new team next year. People are now beginning to think he's going to be playing for the Washington football team. Yeah, it's nice looking. It's really kind of a neat looking wagon. Hey, it sounds great, Melvin. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. It's I don't know, Melvin, you're giving Chewy a lot of respect by calling him Professor Chewy. That's no slight on you, Chewy. It's Professor Chewy just let's see, no one won yesterday. Only one match 5 winner. Let's see how the numbers went. But it's now at a reasonable deal that if I do win, I can have really a cool fish room. Let's see here. Match 1 number. Yeah, no winner. No winner. So there you go. Wish I did, but I didn't. To pick up 2 more tickets when I go out here after the live stream. All right. Oh, it was not available till 1969. Excellent. You were going to tell a joke about pizza, but it's not too cheesy. Bump. May the 9th be with you. Yeah, Levi's, reach out to me whenever you go over to Scales, Tails, and Aquatics. Scales, Tails, Aquatics. Let me know, and I'll meet you over there. That would be cool. Mobb.guppy at gmail.com. Let me type this out. Mobb.guppy at don't tell do not tell a Chattanooga Ed that you're cheering for the Buffalo Bills. That would not go over well. Yeah, so reach out to me and we'll set up a time and I'll meet you over there. And Maggie won't be making the trip yet, except she's getting much better. She can be a little bit of she can be a little crazy, a little pain in the butt, but she's getting better. Yeah, I bet you, I would hope, Doug Gray, that he would be awake for that, since he is a Kansas City Chiefs super fan, and I live in a Kansas City Chiefs area. It is, even though I'm a Vikings fan, and I do have the license plate, bracket saying Minnesota Vikings. Doug Gray, the single Filipino women are waiting for you. So there you go. Melvin, set him up. Set him up. It is it's all good in my hood. Let's see what else is going on with. No, the fish are good. I I have a question for you guys. If you do something that I do, and if you think it's goofy, let me know. Or maybe I even have a tip. Doug prefers Kensington women. He loves the Kensington women. Yeah. Um, you were a 49er fan back in the day? So I will occasionally with my, I have a little best way to describe it is sort of a condiment bottle, a bottle you could put things put your ketchup in to serve it at dinner so you don't have a thing that says Heinz 57 or whatever. I don't buy ketchup very often. Heinz is the big one, right? Heinz 57, I think, is a steak sauce. Heinz ketchup. So I got that and I put I put my baby brine shrimp in there and just spray the bottle over the aquariums. Well, the one thing I occasionally do is that I'll drop a frozen cube of delights in there. Like occasionally I'll put in like I put in a Daphnia yesterday, or you know uh, occasionally a thing of bloodworms, just just to get everything going. Life's good. Life changing women in a bad way, Ali Sean. So I'm sort of building a relationship with a lady, and I don't know if this is going anywhere or not, but I've pretty much talked about my fish a lot, and she's still calling me. So I think I may have a good one here. We'll find out. It's a lot of people when they go through, you go through a divorce. Sometimes you either want to jump into a new relationship or you're gun shy. Um, I don't think I'm gun shy. I just don't want to go through it again. Find out if she likes David Childress. I'll send her a picture of David Childress and I'll say, do you know who this man is? And go from there. Yeah, it's anybody who's been through a divorce, you understand exactly what I'm saying. It's you do not want to go through it a second time. By the way, one of the stats is, and again, this is the Fish Room Barbershop, so anything can come up. One of the stats is that we really don't have a 50% divorce rate in the United States. It's actually for people who've been married once, it's much lower than that for for them to get divorced. What happens is that if all of a sudden you get married again and you pick out a person with the same similar type of thing, you're much more likely to get the hell out of it and divorce quickly. So that's sort of the deal. Chewy, not a big fan of Joe Montana. I thought he was very overrated. Stirring that pot. It's he had a great running game for most of his career in San Francisco, and he also had Jerry Rice. What else do you need? What else do you need? By the way, on the subject of Tom Brady, is that originally I was, I couldn't stand him like everybody else, but then I began to accept him. Petro Man, 1185. I began to accept. I started to accept Tom Brady and realize, you know what? He's the greatest there's ever been. The greatest there's ever been, period. Oh, they've changed that, haven't they? It used to be if you had the wrench, that was your whole deal was blue. Now it's just the wrench being blue. In the Philippines, you can get married once. If it doesn't work out well, they don't believe in divorce, but you can get it annulled. Ah. I have an aunt who's a Filipina. She was born in the USA. Her parents were immigrants from the Philippines, and she has a lot of family that live in the Watsonville, California area, which is sort of not too far away from Monterey and Santa Cruz. It's actually pretty close to Santa Cruz. That's a beautiful place, by the way. If you hit the lottery, go look at Monterey. Holy capole, that's beautiful. Taxes, that's a problem. Taxes are bad in California. So you'll want to wait a couple of years for you to pay your taxes on your lottery winnings before moving to California. And also a California tip, when you're walking, especially like in the San Francisco or what have you, always look down. You don't want to step on something. My sister has one of her children lives and works in Santa Barbara. And if she says, yeah, we're going out to see our daughter, I said, don't step and poop. It's a good tip for all of us, really. Think about it. Whatever you do, do not step and poop. It's good times. You have a cousin whose mom and later grandmother was Filipina. There you go. Yeah, the Philippines are beautiful people. My next door neighbor when I lived in Greenville, South Carolina, was married to a Filipina. And just lovely people. It's all good. So I went this week. I've got to get more stuff in I've got to order more stuff for the fish room. I've had to do little things like actual work around the house. In fact, I'm waiting right now. I have sheets coming in. By the way, for those of you who always tune in for the wonders, of the dryer going off in the middle of the live stream. Today it isn't, and I'll tell you why. Is all of a sudden I had to buy the lint thing got stuck up, And so I had to order some, that lint the vacuum attachment to go and get rid of lint in your deal, and also get the lint brush thing. Never had one before, but I need it now. So I won't be doing, no dryer buzzer, no nothing. So I've got to go in there and clean it out. And I may have to pull it out and do the whole deal. So it's no dryer buzz. Darn. It's a highlight. I know a lot of people tune in, not just for the random thought and the fine fellowship of this fine group of people. It's they go for the laundry. And I'm not running the dishwasher either. I mean, it's like, what the heck's going on with me? Yeah, you go in, by the way, with the whole laundry deal. You know, I work a lot. So, so Saturday, and Sunday are going from there. Yeah, better than a lint fire. I'm against lint fires, Posiwi. I'm opposed to them. Do you know what, Melvin? I will bring it back. And now that I'm getting some stuff organized, my workload is going to be a little bit less at the office, and I'll begin to bring it in. My problem has been I've been so busy at work, I have been unable to get, do some stuff that I want to do. It's just there's so much going on. We're low on my staff of like 2 people, and the good news is we're looking to hire them, and that'll actually get Maggie gets to go on her show career thing. So her show career will be kicking in. And I cannot do show stuff until I have my staff full. And because I cannot, if one of my people come down with with COVID, it's gonna be crazy. I have on my team at work, none of us have come down with COVID. I have 2 guys who are in their 60s. One's pre-diabetic, one's diabetic. So, I'm very careful about making sure I don't, if I feel like I'm coming down with it, I don't want to be around them. They're really good guys. I really like them. So, that's, I have another guy who's, he's like 26, 25, at the gym all the time, very healthy. And he's all vaccinated up because he's a wedding photographer on the side. And you come down with the Rona, you can't go out and take pictures, and you're not going to get paid. So he's got that working for him, which is nice. Yeah, Melvin, so I will be bringing that back up. I will be reintroducing that. Your clinic sent you a COVID test? Yeah, there you go. I know a lot of people who've come down with it. At the greater thing at my office, there's a bunch of people, but no one in my department. My department should be 6 people. We're currently 4. So there, and I'm not including the gal who just does part-time stuff on the weekends for me. So she would be, I guess she would be, a department of 7. Yep, Melvin, you're absolutely correct. By the way, I signed up. Have any of you done the COVID tests.gov thing and signed up for your 4 free COVID tests? And by the way, they don't ask you based on family. If they just sent me two, I'd be fine. It's just me. And I know people who have families. Yeah, you a husband, wife, three kids. There's not enough tests for everybody in the house, so it's kind of goofy. They should have asked, how many do you want? How many in your household? Something like that. But they didn't. So there you go. All right, Melvin, I'll bring it back. I promise. Now that I'm into the new year. Once I get going on from there, let's see what other things. A truck carrying about 100 monkeys was involved in a crash Friday in Pennsylvania. State police said at least 3 of the monkeys appeared to have escaped the vehicle. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is starting 4, 3, 2, 1. Barbara, how are you? Fantastic, Barbara. Oh, I've had a lot of exposure at work, but I've escaped it. How are the California Reds, Barbara? Let's see, John Oliver has them. It's Ali Shawn has them. Ali Shawn, did I send you the California Reds or just normal Swordtails? I can't remember. No, I've had exposure. It's, but again, vaccinated. The company had a party and I was sitting right next to somebody. Fantastic. Good news, Barbara. Yeah, so it's I'll tell you, anybody who's gone through, if you've been exposed to this stuff, my greater office, I think, has 5 out right now with it. Of the 5, I've had contact, but not, with like 2. The company says, hey, as long as you don't if you feel ill, stay home, get your test. My company, and a lot of companies are doing this, by the way, is that if you come down with the Rona, it doesn't go against your sick days. So at least at my company, there's some companies that have given up on that and they just go, it is what it is. Use your vacation. I work for a sane company. And by the way, of the people that have gotten it, that in my office, one of them had COVID last spring. So once she was eligible, she got vaccinated and got it again. So there you go. She's 26 or 27, something like that. Good health. As far as I know. You sit there and go, yeah, there you go. You're retired, you don't get any extra days off. There you go. Well, let's see here. That may be the... Hold on. Let's see what this is.
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. Compressed rawhide bone has arrived. One more thing. In addition to deliveries, I can also tell you about past purchases. For example, you can ask, when did I order compressed rawhide bone?
Okay, my rawhide bones are here. Life's good. I'll leave as soon as we're done and pick them up. Yeah, it's a lot of folks, a lot of companies, they sort of gave that up once that people were able to get once people were were able to get um they could get the vaccines. A lot of companies, as an incentive for people to be vaccinated, went and did that. Yeah, it's all about being as healthy as you can. I'm doing all the junk. I'm taking vitamin D, I'm taking zinc, I'm you know, doing what I can. Maggie, no. The little creepo's over there in her she's looking at me. So there you go. I'd have her out here, but she'd go nuts. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, the best part of Philadelphia is that you can go see the Liberty Bell and Constitution Hall, and you can stand in line at to get a cheesesteak late at night and watch somebody in line get into a fight and get knifed or something. It's one of the best parts of Philadelphia. And if that wasn't enough, a little bit of dynamite on an ATM machine. Bingo. You drink lots of orange juice, there you go. OJ's good. I've been sort of getting the puppy used to me talking, on the phone and stuff like that, mainly because, she thinks that she is my, boss, which of course she is. She sort of is. Um, yeah, now, for folks who've been ordering fish stuff, a lot of times I've ordered stuff off of eBay, and they come from Hong Kong or it comes from that. The supply chain stuff, you drink lots of coffee, but that doesn't count. Yeah, probably doesn't. Coffee has medicinal purposes. Not as good as herbal tea, but it has some stuff. It's probably better for you than this. For me personally, the coffee thing, I usually have, 6 cups in the morning and then I'm done. I don't have coffee the rest of the day. Occasionally, yeah, every once in a great while, I like picking up a latte at one of them fancy frou-frou coffee joints. Even nicer than Dunkin' Donuts. I know that's just shocking. There's one of these real fancy, independently owned coffee shops right across the parking lot from where I work. So I'll occasionally go over there and get myself a latte. All right, I like getting that once in a while. So so have any of you ordered anything from like Hong Kong or anything? Hey, what's up? You've been what's up, John Oliver? Hey John, I'll let you know our buddy Logan with Ambist Aquatics has moved not far from you. And so I'll let you know when I'm coming. It's my horse will be running in a derby prep probably towards the end of next month. So I will set it up and I'll come out and see you. And we can meet for lunch or early dinner or something like that. And I'll set Maggie up overnight at her the place where I board her. It's angelfish. That's a heck of an addiction to be into. It's kind of worse than the guppy addiction, I think. You know, if it's I just think there's a certain thing about it. And if you go discus, holy capoli. I just look at discus and I haven't gone there. The betta addiction is pretty good. I think the guppy addiction is a good one. It's the discus addiction can become a heck of a deal. I'm happy I live in a place where I would really have to do some machinations to get the water right for discus. So I have being delivered to the house today. I have sheets. You never did Angels 12 tanks of guppies is plenty yet? No, Barbara, that's the deal. I love the angelfish. I think they have great behavior, great stuff, but my goodness. Talk about you if you want to talk about something to go nuts over, that is your deal right there. Your ordered sheep? No, from Hong Kong, I've ordered like sponge filters and stuff like that. Just curious how long it's getting if anybody's done that recently. John, I hope you are as well. And again, I'll let you know when I'm coming. Chasing time. By the way, I made a bet on Chasing Time. Twin Spires, which is one of the gambling apps for horses, they have a Kentucky Derby early wager, and Chasing Time is one of the favorites at 11-1. So I made I made a bet. Be great if it would be great if you could pull it off. Yeah, it's my just going through and looking at the problems people are having of shipping certain stuff into the US, the supply chain stuff, it's a little crazy. You've been on Twin Spires before? Yep. If you look at Kentucky Derby futures, Chasing Time was the first one when I looked there earlier today. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. By the way, Tom Endler, if you don't know who he is, Tom, what's the name of his channel again? My mind just went blank. TM's Aquatics, whatever it is. And I'm sorry, it's just sort of escapes me. He apparently Aqueon, they have now come up with 60-gallon breeders. 60-gallon breeders, and it's based on the 65-gallon thing, but it's just a little bit shorter. And for those folks who are doing the pleco thing and certain types of cichlids, Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. It, and again, Betta's, if I started going down that road, yep, I'm not joking, Melvin. Not joking. Look it up. Phil Spector is not in jail anymore. He got out? Did they put him in to allow him to see the ex-wife? You just pulling our leg here? Oh, he's dead. Hey, Phil Spector. Well, he is out of jail now. Well, he's reunited with Ronnie Spector. They went back to back. By the way, it's what's the name of the song that he did with Tina Turner? It truly may be one of the greatest songs ever recorded. River High, Mountain High, River Low, or whatever it is. Absolutely great. Yeah, probably Phil Spector is facing his eternal judgment. Your replacement faucet adapter for Python took almost 5 weeks. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's quite a list of people who have died over the last couple of days. Louis Anderson and it's Meatloaf and Phil Spector, Ronnie Spector. Yep. Ain't no mountain high. Yep. Well, for the first time in years, someone famous did not die on your birthday. There you go. Didn't overwhelm, didn't create gloom. I was talking with one of my coworkers about this, about the, Meatloaf dying at the age of 74. Um, of all the musicians right now that are, that are getting, they're in their 70s and entering their 80s. I mean, it's a real long list. Yeah, Doug Gray, exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. Snow White died on your birthday? My LFS is pretty low on manufacturing goods. Great fishing plants, though. Yeah, I think that's I was at the grocery store. Doug sent me a text from his visit to one of his local grocery stores. Things are empty, man. And by the way, hey, Patty, how are you? It's going to get worse, and I'll tell you why. Is that China has actually done lockouts. Yes, I've been to Becky's, Levi. I have been. I've gotten a lot of my frozen foods from her. What was that noise? You hear that like anything break on an aquarium, did I? Was aliens. I have to figure out what that was. I think something fell. Yeah, it's good luck finding certain things right now. And it's going to get worse because in China, they've actually locked down towns over Omicron. Still no cat food. Yeah, Levi, it is. It is a little pricey. She's a nice enough lady. I've been to the one over in Galena. I can't remember its name off the top of my head. The fish store. It's really nice. Those are really sweet people. And the guy who runs Scales, Tails, and Aquatics is a really nice guy. Yeah, isn't cream cheese made in the U.S. of A? You know, if there's any lesson, gang, for the last, and this is not political, this is just, we need to make more crap in the USA. I read an article in the last 6 months or so that this was in Missouri that that walnut things for luxury vehicles, that they go and they grow the walnut in Missouri. They harvest it, prepare the wood, get the wood the shape it's supposed to be in for the luxury vehicles. Then they ship the wood to China. And it's because they the treatment to make the wood nice and smooth and all that sort of stuff is that to get around to do for a company in the United States for EPA regulations is that it's so expensive to do, you have to have it done overseas. Okay. By the way, I'm all in favor of clean water, clean air. Thumbs up. I love making sure the environment be good. You have to go in and have a discussion, just saying, okay, how much is too much? Are we going way too far on stuff? You won't buy any food with the label says made in China? Yeah, I try to avoid as much as possible, but there are certain things you can't. They're made overseas. And it's highly problematic. You like the aquarium shop in Springfield, Levi? That's a good one. I've been there. There's some pretty good aquarium stores, by the way, gang, in the Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas area, and Rogers and stuff like that, and also in Springfield. There's several. I've been to a bunch of them. A lot of custom cabinet makers still in the USA in states where the air standards are lower. Well, you're in California, Barbara, where a lot of the stuff is way ahead of the stuff. Yeah, the spraying of the finishes. Yeah. You're watching a history video on YouTube about on the black culture in China. Interesting. I have a question for you guys, and I have a confession to make at the same time. My fish eat much better than I do. They have better nutrition than I do. Who eats better, your fish and pets or you? And I eat pretty good. I'm fairly healthy eater. But I swear you, no junk food gets into my fish. And I use for Maggie, she gets Purina, the sports thing for Purina, the high end. Yeah. Yeah, your fish and pets by far. Yep. One of the things that you almost have to say to yourself as a resolution is, maybe in 2022 I'll try to eat as healthy as my fish. The Chinese are, it's a very interesting culture. One of the things that I think sometimes Americans don't quite understand, you guys probably do, is that Asian cultures are very diverse. They're like European cultures. Same thing with Latin America. Is the cultures between Mexico and Dominican Republic or Cuba and Argentina are really different. The Argentinians and Colombians are interesting, mainly because they both of those cultures brag and sprinkle Doug's Guppy food on cereal. I don't do that. I feed it to my fish though every day. Got to order some more. I feed it every day. Doug's high protein Guppy food. Do it every day. Trying to figure out what I think something fell or something. I hope something didn't break, and I'm not seeing any water on the floor. I can't see all my aquariums at my site, so that's good. All right, gang, we've been here for about an hour. Thank you so much. We'll be back, and yeah, Melvin, reach out to me, and we'll go and do that, and I can begin doing Meet a Fish Tuber again. I think that makes sense. Gang, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Go Niners and go Bengals.